Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you're watching me today, my name is Peter. Welcome back to Invest with Peter. So, guys, if you're seeing me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, put your comment down below, and I'll definitely be there to respond to your comment. Thank you very much for your subscriptions and your support, and advice as well. So, now let's talk about what's happening at the market. This is just an emergency video because FOMC meeting started today, the Monday, and they're going to be coming out tomorrow, which is because I'm recording on Monday. So if you're seeing this on Tuesday, I record this on Monday. So what's going to be happening in the market and what the market is expecting, what consensus are talking about, what Wall Street analysts are actually expecting as well. We the little investors, what we are looking at and how we can protect our finance. It's no longer a story that most banks, out there are having financial crisis left and right. SVB went down, Credit Suisse went down, another bank went down again. I can't remember at this point. So this is going to be the case going forward. So Feds are coming tomorrow. They're going to be telling us what they're going to be doing. But for the first time, market don't actually know where Feds will be pitching their tent. Now, all this banking issue. Remember 2008 when financial crisis happened, when most, banks went bust and, people's investment went up the flame and all that. People were just like, maybe it's just a repeat of 2008. Well, I would say it's not a repeat of 2008. But depending on what Fed does, it's going to determine, but I believe it's not going to be a repeat of 2008. So now let's talk about it quickly. I don't want to be more than 10 minutes, this one. Okay, Feds decide, what happened last week? They're looking at what should we do? So on the table now, we have 50 basis points, we have 25 basis points, and we have Fed pausing the rate. Now, I'll explain it one by one. If Fed goes by 25 basis points, market has already priced that in at this point. So market will be like, that's fine. We just continue and we see how things falls in place. So market ain't going to react too much for that. But if Feds actually go 50 basis points, you see how, cryptocurrency have been rising, especially Bitcoin. This is the first time that people are seeing the effects of cryptocurrency during a financial crisis. People taking their money from the bank now couldn't find any better place to put their money than cryptocurrency. That's why you see that Bitcoin has gone up 30% within a couple of weeks now. And that is not going to be the destination. Bitcoin is still going to be rising as the crisis deepens. So now, let's talk about the Fed's pausing. If Fed actually go by saying, we're going to be pausing for now to look at how these things are going to plan out, to let the dust settle, it's going to spike a downside for the market because the market will be thinking, that means these people don't actually know what they're doing at this point, or they're probably stuck. They don't know where else to go. So that signifies uncertainty on the part of the government, of United States government. So that's going to send the market down. Though it's a good news by pausing, but at this point, I think it's going to be a bad news for the market because that means, market don't like uncertainty. Market always prefer to know where are we going, where are we heading, what's the obstacle, what are we going to be seeing in the nearest future, what's happening right now. So putting what's happening right now with the banking crisis in place and Fed saying now because of that, we're going to be pausing. That means Fed don't actually have a plan on the table. If they have a plan on the table, why are they going by what is actually happening at this point? Some analysts are probably against that. They want Fed to pause tomorrow. But some says Feds are going to go by 25 basis points. Now, if Fed goes by 25 basis points, as we've seen the market, Nasdaq and S&P going up gradually this week and since last week, it's going to keep going up like that if we don't have any more calamities fall into this economy. Because if we have multiple banks again, bringing their issue again, getting bailed out every time, then expect the markets to go down the more. But if Feds actually go 50 basis points, then expect more banks to collapse. No point, no argument. Feds, they go 50 basis points, more banks, and maybe your bank are going to collapse. And guess what's going to be the place where people are going to be running to? The safe haven is going to be the cryptocurrency, especially the big boy, Bitcoin. So people looking at Bitcoin, and we can see, so the smart investors are looking at, well, this is the first time we have a cryptocurrency as an alternative to financial system, that people are thinking, I don't want to buy gold. Gold is boring. Though gold is hard, property. I can feel my gold, I can see my gold, but it's boring. You don't actually see 10% gold going up, 20% going up. Gold always grinds slowly up or slowly down. But cryptocurrency, Bitcoin can go 20% in a day, 40% in a day. That looks so enticing, attractive to most investors. That's why we see Bitcoin actually rising since a week or two ago. So that's not going to be stopping. I see Bitcoin, if Fed goes 50 basis point, expect market to go down. And I think most banks are going to collapse because they won't be able to sustain that. That means they are actually putting fuel in the fire of what is going on at this point. So with that, people will be convinced that, well, I think the obvious financial system is not good for me anymore. I need to take my place to a safe place where I can control the key to my finance. And that's going to be Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency, especially the big five. So how do you want to play this game? I would say at the moment, do not buy anything. Fold your hands. Let's see where the Feds are going to pitch their tent, because if they come out and say, well, we have no choice than go 50 basis point, you better start looking at cryptocurrency. I'm not going to say you should buy because I'm not a financial advisor. Start looking at cryptocurrency. If they pitch their tent at 25 basis points, well, start buying little company that are sustainable with pricing power. Stay away from bank stocks. I saw some YouTubers talking about, it's high time now to start getting bank stock at a cheaper rate. Please, when banking system is going down, you don't want to start buying bank stocks at this point, because you don't know whether they have bottom already or there's still crisis in the front or in the future. Maybe your bank is going to be having an issue tomorrow, you don't know, and you start piling in money. That's how people lose money in the stock market. You want to stay away from bank stocks and get yourself into tech stock, because tech stock is going to be at the pole position when market goes back to bull run again. So I'm not saying you should not buy anything, but I would say be careful what you buy now, because it might go either way. It's more or less like gambling, and those who are trading at this point, they're actually gambling because they don't know where exactly market is going to go. But at this point, some people are taking profit, some people are buying, while some people are holding. Well, I'm actually holding. I'm not selling, I'm not buying. But if I see any slack in the side of the Feds, I will be piling in. Or if not, I'll fold my hands and I'll be looking at the next step and what's going to come in the nearest future before I start, putting my money to work. So guys, that's it for today. Be very careful out there. But I expect, as for me, I think Fed's going to be going 25 basis points tomorrow. And this week, we're going to see a continuity of NASDAQ going green, and we're probably going to end March in green. So April, we don't know what's in place. Hopefully geopolitical issue don't pops up again, because Xi Jinping was in Russia, it was in Moscow to see Putin. We don't know what they discuss, but be careful. You don't want to start putting all your money in stock market, and when it blows up, it blows big. So please be very careful out there. Thank you very much for subscribing. I'll see you on the next one. Subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.